Race 2, the Morse Park Handicap over the 1200 metres. Classic Posh is on the class drop. His win was in this grade and gets a £7 claim. Everyone's Delight, beaten favourite last start, but he was beaten by a very, very smart one. Golden Link, wide draw again. Stay Chill, late scratched after being fractious in the gates on the 1st of November. He has trialled since. El Valiente has had 7 trials prior to his debut. Harmony and Blessed, late scratched after going off in the barriers at Happy Valley. He's trialled well since. Scenic Sweetie blinkers for the first time. Impeccable Fellow is a second up winner, and Fireball blinkers off and he makes his Sha Tin debut. He's had just the one trial at Sha Tin, has Fireball. He's also been up to Chung Fa, Graham. Yeah, just the one. Chung Fa Traveller here. This could be a good gallop. Harmony and Blessed has looked very sharp in his trials. First time out, but he's likely to go forward with the likes of Hard Promise. Plenty of others to chase the pace. Fireball, Classic Posh is interesting in more ways than one, not least the fact that Jerry Chow is back on board. Good gallop here, I think.
First one we'll have a look at is Classic Posh. He's been downgraded and he gets the apprentice claim as well. That's him on the rail. The one close to us, Hall of Champ, is running in this race meeting as well later on in the card, so you can keep an eye on him. But nice quiet piece of work here from Classic Posh, and he comes into this race quite well rated now. Everyone's Delight, look, you can see the hold he's under. He's really keen to go on with it. Everyone's Delight, that's him 29 closest to us, and he's going well. Both runs have been full of merit in Hong Kong since he's been here. I'll win in a second. The other one we're going to have a look at is Charity Grace. I think this horse is an improver. He's the one closest to us, just with Regency Bobo. His work's been good leading into it. Joe Moreira will take them out, which is eye-catching as well. So from barrier 5, I expect a most improved run from him. Everyone's Delight is the first horse we're going to look at in this replay. In fact, no, we've got one before. That Classic Posh is before Everyone's Delight, Graham, and here he is. This is up in Class 3 last time, 5th behind Carrying Master. It's a good record when he drops back into Class 4. Exactly, and he took, to a certain extent, the long way home here. Ran well despite that, and I really like the fact that Chow is back on board. The stats for Jerry Chow are tremendous. 16% win rate. Look at the play strike rate, 45%. And if you want the cherry on top, when he rides for David Hall, 1-1-3-5-2-1. Look at him come home. Big runner, Classic Posh. Yeah, nice run from him. He's definitely in the mix for me as well. Paul, Everyone's Delight, very short price favourite this day, 1.4. He was beaten by what looks to be a very smart debut galloper in Courier Wonder. Do we go again despite his bad draw this week? I have. I don't think Zach's going to sit wide on him. I think he'll be positive, try and get in front of Hard Promise with this horse. Look, he just found one who was real revved up, ready to go on debut of John Sizes, and just won on a 0. I think he's a horse going for the grades. But he was a clear second, Everyone's Delight. He's plenty of class about him as well, and he did win nicely the start before. Yeah, he's got to be in the numbers. Take the winner out there, and he's a decisive winner himself. He's definitely on to some more improvement. Graham, Golden Link has got barrier 13 again. He was able to get across really nicely in this race. Thought he was pretty disappointing in the run home, though. Yeah, I thought his finish lacked a little bit of punch. We know he's got ability, but there could be one or two with a little more scope for improvement here. No excuses, I thought, on his latest start. He's only had 6 runs, so he might just eke out a bit more improvement. But I do think there are one or two with better chances than him this weekend. Yeah, I don't like the way he races. He gets his head up. You can see him there and right through the whole race. Look, there is raw ability there, but he's a bit of a monkey. He does a few things wrong. On the plus side, Super Red Dragon has won 2 in a row. He comes out of that race as well. El Valiente, Paul, is a first starter for Paul O'Sullivan. He's had 7 trials, so he's been very well schooled. Yeah, he's been here for a while, this horse, El Valiente. Look, he was unraced for 12 months. He had a leg issue, lameness, and they suggested a long period of rest. They've been very patient with him. He's 11.31. They're going to put blinkers on for his debut run, but he's by Savabeel, so I'd like to see a little bit further. I think 1,200 is going to be too short. Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. It's not about handicap, this. He'd need to be tidy first time out to make a big splash. Harmony and Blessed is likely to have his first start. He was supposed to at Happy Valley a week or 2 back, but unfortunately got himself fractious in the gates. David Hayes caught up with Ed Sadler to find out how he's come through that and his trial since.
David, Harmony and Blessed was scratched the gates last time at Happy Valley. How's he been since then?
He's been good. You know, less than ideal having to go back to the Valley in trial, but the trial was very impressive and he looks a horse of quite a bit of talent, I think.
That day at Happy Valley, was that out of the blue? Had he had issues at the gates, or is he a difficult horse in general?
No, he just did that at just left of centre. Happens sometimes. The only good thing about it was I wasn't on a bridge because I would have jumped off.
What sort of confidence levels do you have with him heading to the races first up this time then?
You know, if he wins, he'll be the first E-horse to win this season. So that'll be a nice thing if he's good enough to win. Because of that, not super confident, but I'll be disappointed if he doesn't run a good race.
But do you think he's got a nice future?
Oh yes, he looks like he's better than a 52.
When you look at your stable as well too, there's been a few nice ones trialled recently. Are the wheels starting to get into motion for Hayes Racing?
Yeah, I think so. I think generally when across the board, when the E-horses start winning, you'll find that the Hayes stable will start firing. But no E-horses have won yet, so it just says how hard it is for the young horses to settle in, and we have 53 of them, so my stable will get stronger as the season goes on.
53 E-horses. The E-horses, the ones that carry the white with the red saddlecloth, Paul, that we see in your track work, but you're not going with an E-horse to win race 2.
No, I'm going to go with the horse, the proven horse, with 2 starts and run well both times. Harmony, everyone's delight. Just needs to get across from barrier number 12. That's the key for this horse. Harmony and Blessed, I think he'll run a good race though. He's obviously got plenty of talent. Charity Grace, he's the improver for me. He's a 20-to-1 chance as well. Joe's on him, so I don't expect him to start that price. And Classic Posh, the horse that's been downgraded, he looks really well placed with that apprentice claim as well. 2, 8, 5 and 1.
Key numbers here, 53, the number of E-horses. But the number that David Hayes mentioned, 52, the rating for Harmony and Blessed. I'll be staggered if he's not capable of running to a much higher mark than that. It could be down the track, but if he knows his job and he's looked sharp in his trials, he'll be hard to beat under Blake Shin. So it's 8-1, massive respect for Classic Posh with Jerry Chow back aboard. Everyone's delight, like Paul. I think he's open to more improvement. An impeccable fellow, perhaps, to add a bit of value to the exotics. Going to try the Cornella here. 8 is the banker with 1, 2 and 13.
An E-horse from Graham Cunningham to break through for the first time in race number 2. They are the first 2 races down. We've got a Group 2 to preview right after this break.